Hey everybody, it's Audie. Just wanted to talk to you real quick about the trail. This is in Rocky Mountain National Park, which just opened back up after being closed down for coronavirus. The trail is about 7.5 miles long, just a tad longer. It's about a 2,000 foot elevation gain, so on the way there, not quite as easy as on the way back. The trail itself is called the East Inlet Trail, and it goes initially past a pretty cool waterfall. The fall is named Adams Falls, and then the trail goes past Lone Pine Lake and officially ends at Lake Verna, which is where my campsite was. Following Lake Verna, the trail is unimproved, and so you can go to Spirit Lake, which is the next lake, and then there are two other lakes they just call Fourth and Fifth Lake, which is kind of a math thing, right? 1, 2, 3. From there, you hang out, do your thing, turn around and come back. Back in there is where I'll be going here, a couple miles down the way. 55 degrees, overcast, perfect weather to be outside. Looks like a permit's required to go in here, so I was able to get their number off one of the rangers and set it up. Looks like there's no camping unless it's in designated areas, and luckily they happen to have something open. And thank goodness for coronavirus, because I could do it all over the phone. So pretty good. Looks like I'm all squared away. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't beautiful here. Let's keep going. That might be a couple miles in. Stopped by one of the first campgrounds. I don't recall the name. Wondering if it'd be full and what full looks like. If full looks like a bunch of dead trees laying on the ground. Oh, there it was. A little disappointing, but not allowed to wild camp out here, so I gotta get to my campground, which is up past the lake. I did get a tip from a ranger in the parking lot letting me know that there's actually no rangers working right now. Which kind of means to me, let's stop at whatever campground I make it to. I think there's snow coming up after the first lake on the way, so probably just go until the snow is in the way. I don't have any snowshoes, so it's just all about where I can get with my foot. Lower East Inlet Camping Ground. So there's a landmark. Ain't that magic? Alright. Back that way is where I came from. Somewhere down there. I see a little town. I'm parked somewhere by that. Massive mountains. And the trail. Sometimes you just gotta stop and get yourself some snack in you. Here, have some. Come on. Take a bite. It's good. No? Fine. Whatever. Look at this little rodent. Like a little honey badger. You don't even care. Not even zoomed in. Look at that guy. Looks like I'm just about halfway where I'm going. You can see way out there the river meandering its way out to the lake. See way down there where the river comes flowing out of between the canyon. Well, let's get back to the hike. I think we go right through here. Right up through here. Looks like the weather's finally rolling in. This looks like as good a spot as any to enjoy the wet. Maybe get out of wet weather to stop. Carry on the hike. rain stopped. Unfortunately, means the mosquitoes are back out, which mosquitoes love me, so that sucks. Kind of wish it would get a little windy or a little rainy again. Personally, look at this. Holy hell. Trail. Looks like it splits around this bunch of rock. Comes crashing back in over there. You can see why so many people want to come here. Alright. Let's keep going. Oh, look at there. What do we have here? Huh, birdie. I don't know how that all works. But I think I'm the middle one. I think Gray J is the campground just before the lake. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, so Gray J is the one just before the lake. Yeah, real guarantee if I try to go over that right now, I'd fall right in. I'm stumbling all over myself. We got one tent, it looks like, out there, surrounded by a whole bunch of water. Well, that's pretty. We continue along. Starting to see some snow next to the trail here and there. Supposed to probably over the next mile. I think I should pass the lake. And at that point, I believe it gets pretty snowy. But the sun came out. Got past the swarms of killer mosquitoes. I tell you, I'm one of those people that you bring with, because I'll get 16 bites and you'll just watch them fly past. But man, sometimes it's worth getting a bite or two. Beautiful. Got a new rain fly. Haven't used yet. Replaced the one somebody else, probably not me, might have put a hatchet through last time he went camping solo. Yeah. And it's a little lighter, and instead of being a big square, it's got the pulled in sides, so make it a little more convenient to carry, I guess. So we'll see about that. But I didn't put the lines on it because I'm lazy, so I could have done it in the comfort of my garage. But now I'll do it in the comfort of whatever's going on, and hopefully that's not a whole bunch of rain. Oh, look, I knew I put these guys on for a reason. Whew, saved my life. Done just saved my life. And I think we're making it to the river. Now, if I fall off this, I'm not damn publishing it. Alright, there you go. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should have brought a horse. No fires, no camping. On Pine Lake. The campground should be just on the other side of this lake, but again, I don't think there's anybody here but just us. If you won't tell, I won't tell. I think the other camp, as I passed by, I saw a grand total of 2 tents, so I think that makes 2 tents for 3 or 4 campgrounds I've passed so far. So I think we'll be alright. Alright, let's get back on the trail, shall we? Here we are, marching along the trail, I guess. Even Another week, maybe could do some fishing in this trail. It looks like everywhere. Swampland around right now. It's the time of year. We've got some waterfalls coming up I want to show you. So come on, hurry up. Man, I'm waiting on you all freaking day. Great if you could just keep up the whole time. Pretty nice. And here's our waterfalls coming up. Oh yeah. We even got this beautiful naturally formed bridge. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's where it come up. Looks like Mother Nature is having a hissy fit. Look at that. I'm really glad I carried on after getting to that last camp. A bunch of garbage all around. It's muddy and murky. Not very nice. Might be a little bit windy up here. Let's see if we can turn you around. That's where it came up. It's just a nice rock outcropping up here. There's that lake that I just passed up. Should be getting close to the second one. I just love it. You can see the entire side of the mountain there is just soaked with runoff. You can just hear it everywhere. It just surrounds you. Kind of partial to the whole sound of water in the mountains. Don't ask me why. But here's my trail. Get right there, get back on it. Well, I just came around the corner off that windy overlook. And it's like being in a whole different environment now. Got water coming down. It's all very rocky now. No more forest everywhere. Waterfalls. I think that's the lake up ahead, the next one. Haven't seen any animals aside from those dirty little chipmunks. Actually, coming through some of that snow, I only saw one track headed the other way where someone had post-holed. Don't know if that means everybody else made it around because the snow had melted a bit on one of the sides. Could have come around it. Or if that means there was only one person that came up and back out. But I can tell you, I'll sure be happy if it's just me up here. Look at this. Oh my God. It's amazing. Tell you what, when I get a helicopter, I'm gonna come here all the time. I'm walking. All right, let's go find camp. I just saw that camp and it looked nice, but about another half mile or so, it's Lake Verna, which is more sizable than this little guy, and further up. And the further you go, less people there is. Oh, there's some footprint there. That trail makes all those peanuts getting in my throat. Yes, I said peanuts. That's it. Don't read into that. Alright, well, let's take you guys across with me, see if we post all our way through. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Crunch, crunch. Okay, I'm gonna need you to try and balance a little better this time. Hey, you're knocking me off balance here, jerks. Not really sure which lake I'm at here. I don't think this one's actually considered a lake. I think it's just a, I think they label it as an inlet perhaps. But either way, looks nice.
what kind of fish be hiding down there. Oh, there's a little guy. I see a little fish right there. A little baby guy. See if we can zoom you into him. No. Well, you know what? Do a lot for you anyway. Screw off. So, guess we'll just continue along and see where that leads us. Should be one campsite coming up pretty quick, and then maybe another quarter mile, and I believe we'll all likely be settling in for the night. It's getting, and the weather's beautiful. It's sunny. All the humidity seems to have just sort of fallen off. All those damn mosquitoes that were swarming all over me finally got their fill. Seem to have gone. Oh, look, there it is. Coming up. But it faded out pretty fast. Now it's just beautiful scenery. Amazing. Lightly snowed mountains. Look at that. Just touched enough to let you know it's still cold. Still can be colder. The trail, I did see some footprints, so I think I may have a couple people up here somewhere. Kind of hoping there's some of those day runners that just come running these trails because they ain't got camping gear or whatever their reason. Fitness, some other mumbo jumbo. Look at that. Here we come. Bunch of wood washed in. Down there. Should probably take it and build a raft. Or maybe not. That was a good idea. There we go. Look at that beauty. Not going to keep you here with me. Probably sick and tired of listening to me yammer on while I walk anyway. You're going to make me trip. It's been a lot of rocks today. And my poor wussy ankle and my poor wussy body just aren't feeling that flow. So you get what you get. Don't like it? Come freaking camping with me and you can see it all you want. Look, there it is. That's the beast. I'll have another video of me tracking him. Anyway, it's pretty nice. I should be getting pretty darn close to that camp now. Let you know when we get there so we can get set up. Here we are. The horses beyond this point. It says some fishing policy. Here we are. Lake Verna. Campground. I think there's a pack. Feels funny walking without a pack once you've been doing it all day. Well, not all day, I guess. So I'm thinking we'll put up right here between those two trees where those poles are. Camp's all set. Dinner's cooking. Got a pretty fabulous view here. This is just down from my camp. Didn't want to cook right up on where I'm sleeping, so came on down to a little overhang and got myself a pot. Regular old ramen with some sausage. Some sausage that I dehydrated. Should be pretty good. I've had the sausage already. It rehydrates up nice and has some good spice to it. Made a pretty good job with that one. But otherwise, just some ramen. Had some snacks on the way up and ate pretty good before I left home. So not really feeling the hunger tonight. So we'll call it a night. Well, good morning. I pretty much slept like crap. Looks like either my underquilt had lost some down in some places and I didn't move it around right, or I just didn't hang it quite right. I had a lot of cold spots. Also got woke up by the sun. Well, it was the moon, but it sure was shining like the sun. It was a full moon and it rose just over there about 1 a.m. Poked up over the mountain and shined straight into my eyes and woke me up. So I did actually get up for that. That was kind of beautiful. Had perfect, clear reflection off the lake there. It was really nice. I tried to take a picture and it just didn't work very well. So anyway, here's the view from my hammock. So, even if you sleep like crap, boy, is it worth it. What else is worth it? Some coffee. Yes, right now. It looks like the water kind of got a little sheen of ice on it over the night. You can see off in the distance it's melting off. It's looking pretty good. Perfect temperature to go for a swim. Anyway, there's you. Cheers. Been wandering around a little bit waiting for the ice on top of the water to melt so I can get out and go do some fishing. Now that worst has come to worst, join me. Some coffee. Yeah, 2 coffees now. The ice is breaking up all around. Just started to break off the rocks here. And now you can see it's begun drifting. Just smacking into that rock there. I don't know if you can hear the noises. But you can see the trail of broken ice. Plants just there. We're twitching around like crazy. It's really cool. Something I've never seen before or heard. As I was hanging out fishing and eating lunch, a ranger showed up and said I couldn't be camped where I was because it was too close to the water, even though the campsites were all busted up. So I ended up wandering up even further and found the campsites weren't busted up. They were just up behind, hidden all the busted up stuff. Of course, not a whole lot of spot here to hang a tent or a hammock. I mean, it's just a tent spot. And this one wasn't so good either. But either way, we got her up, and now I'm gonna go back down and hang out by the water. Do some reading, sit in the sun, maybe some fishing, and then have some dinner. I kind of feel spoiled having seen so many waterfalls on the way up. But this one's above my new camp, so I wanted to come check it out. I've made it through the day. Most of the time spent reading and fishing, to be honest. I really wanted to go hike up that way, get to Spirit Lake, and then there's 2 more on a trail. It's the unmaintained trail. I think they just call them 4th and 5th Lake, but my ankle's been really hurting. I don't know if it's the new boots or more than likely just that I suck as a human being, and there you go. But been a good lazy day, just lollygagging around, doing a bunch of nothing, walking about, eating some food. I just don't know how it gets much better than that. Hopefully the breeze stays down tonight and I don't have any of those cold spots. I'd really like to just get a good night's sleep. Anyway, see you in the morning. It's about 7:30. Slept real well. I think I got the underquilt hung just right. No cold spots. Just slept. Woke up a couple times to change position or whatever, and was good to go. You see, I've got my bug netting right in my face. I didn't use the tie out. I just wanted to actually use it primarily for the wind. It was a little bit breezy, so I took out porch mode off the tarp and brought both sides down, and then I tossed the bug netting on there to just act as a bit of a windbreak for me. It seemed to work real well. I slept warm. Could have been adjusting the underquilt, but then my stupid alarm went off a little before 7. So I think it's coffee time. Hey, come with me. Let's go have our coffee down by the lake. Man, is it good too. The morning's not too cold, really. You'll want to see this though. It's nice. Look at that. That's not the forest continuing on. That's the reflection. Crystal clear reflection of the lake this morning. Can't even tell where it is. It's really, really weird feeling because it's such a perfect reflection that I can't. It's like disoriented me and just made me dizzy there. Look at this. Holy crap. Look at that. Well, enough said.